What is up, everybody? Another Sunday, another ritual. Let me go live on Insta real quick. And we're live. What's up, everybody? I'm Enzo. Welcome to another ritual. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a great week. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit till a little more people show up so I don't have to repeat myself so much. What's up, Brendan? What is up, Angel? My boy Angel. What's good, bro? I see you on Instagram. What up, man? What up, fam? So, cheers. That's right. Happy Sunday, bro. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is smoking good. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. So far, got some stuff done. I forgot to wear my Master Your Ass shirt. My bad. I was gonna wear it just to break it in. I didn't break in the green one, so. Or did I do? What did I do last week? See, man, I'm all over the place, bro. But I'm just gonna wait a little bit to spark up. Just wait a little bit to spark up. Let me check my YouTube real quick, just because I want to know how I wore last week. Damn, I was listening to Doja Cat. Doja Cat, low key, she a little torty, but bust down, Tatiana. Last week I wore the green hat, so I should have broke in my stone hat. It is what it is. All right. So I'm gonna light up. Take this out. Let's light this. Let's cut it and light it. Is anyone else smoking today? I'm sure. What is it? Damn, it's already kind of late too. So 1 o'clock for the East Coast. It's 4. So I'm sure people have definitely gotten some cigars in. Let me know what you are smoking or what you're gonna smoke. Let me know if you're lighting up right now. If you're gonna light up for the ritual, what you're smoking. And I'll get into what I'm smoking. I don't know much about this cigar. It's just the reality of it. Don't know much. I will show this though. As you can see right there. 1, a 2, a 3. That, my friends, is a beautifully crafted triple cap. So that's a big hint on what this is, where it's from, at least. Even if I show this cigar, many people won't know what it is. I'm going to say 99% of people are not going to know what the cigar is. So just for the thumbnail on Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's going to hold it for a little bit more. What's up, baby? How you doing? Let's get a close-up of that. República de Cuba, Presidencia. Beautiful triple cap action. It's a big cigar, dude. This is, in fact, a really big cigar. Look at my face. To scale. It's a big cigar. My girl does not know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So you fall under the 99% of people who don't know what this cigar is. So just one more time. Here you go, people. I could not find anything online about this cigar either. We're having fun. Thank you, baby. All right. Um, it's a good one. This is like the Santo Niño de Atocha. It is a good one. Yes, ma'am. I just started right now. You're part of the intro. 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes and 30 seconds ago. Now, 5 minutes and 30 seconds ago. So you're in the first 5 minutes of this beautiful ritual, and this is how you can tell that I've just started. I have not lit up yet. So that's one big clue. Your boy's not smoking yet. So why am I so close to this? Why am I so close? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see my pores? Hey, how you doing? All right. That's enough fucking around, huh? That is enough fucking around. It's a little windy. Yep, it's a little windy. Fuck. No, I don't. Cindy did not get good rest. Well, she can answer that. Bro, are you kidding me? Here we go. I am the new EKB. I mean, yeah, there's little to no fuel in there, so that's my fault. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Just keep it lit. Please don't go out. Please excuse me while I get this lit. I want to take advantage that it's sparking up right now. I don't know if it'll give me the opportunity later. But what's up, fam? How's everyone doing, man? It's a beautiful Sunday. I went out. A little cloudy, a little misty, but it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful day. Wow. Oh, man. This is to pay homage to EKB with the lighter, with smoking your best cigar. Many people probably won't even smoke this if they had it. They'd be like, that's not one you're going to smoke, you know? Like, that's something you got to hold on to. I'm smoking this, man. Smoke your best cigars. In the spirit of EKB, shout out. Not a Gurkha. No, sir. Not a Gurkha. It looks like a freaking Gurkha, the size of this shit. I saw myself smoking it, and I was like, damn, this is going to be a very homoerotic episode. Because I was like, fuck, how can I make this not look super, you know? But it's just a big cigar. What are you going to do? Some guys enjoy smoking huge ring gauge cigars. Maybe to the side? Nope, you just got to be comfortable with it, you know? Don't make it a big deal. I already did. But no, this is not a Gurkha. What this is, República de Cuba Presidencia. So this is a cigar. I don't think it's in the market. This cigar is given to only to like diplomats in Cuba. This is it's rolled. It's by Cohiba, and they only give these to like the diplomats in Cuba, something like that. I may be wrong. This is what I've been told from a very reliable source, and yeah, I don't take what they say lightly, you know. So that's what this is. I don't think they sell this cigar, and I'm very fortunate to be smoking it right now. I'm talking to everybody here. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good one. I hope everybody is smoking good. We don't always smoke good. We don't always. I can attest to that. We don't always smoke good. But there's days like this where you have to bounce back and smoke the best cigar you have. Cuban de saca. Cuban de saca la bolsita. No soccer. I was going to keep going with the broadleaf, but I was like, you know what, dude, not today, man. I'm going to treat myself today. Why do I keep torturing myself with broad? I'm not a broadleaf guy. Why am I going to keep putting myself through that? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm smoking a banger today. And it is what it is, man. That's what we're doing, you know? Beautiful cigar. Beautiful smoke. Great notes right now. Very silky, smooth smoke texture. What is your favorite Sanj cigar? I haven't had a lot of the new lines, dude. I've been sleeping on a bunch of the new stuff. Just because I haven't been in the loop with the lives lately. I'm working now. That whole year where I was pretty much watching those religiously, I learned a lot from them. I was working Uber for a year, so I was able to just keep that on and do my thing and watch a lot of Sanj stuff, and I purchased some, you know. But I haven't been able to do that, so I'm not up with a bunch of the new stuff, dude. So I will say this: I'm a fan of my favorite. My favorite Sanj cigar will probably have to be the RS-88 Habano, and then the SP-1014 Red in Robusto, and then the Anthra. In that order: 1, 2, 3. Bing bop boom bop bing bop bam. This is the type of shit I'm on you can't understand. Check Edgar. You are dismissed, brother. You are dismissed. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I'm smoking one of these because it is well deserved after what I put myself through yesterday. You got to bounce back hard after that. So here I am smoking the best cigar I have in my humidor. I would say so too. Best budget cigars are those industry killers. I'd say so too. I like the RS-88s. I don't know if the RS-88s are considered industry killers because I know there's an industry killer line itself, and then they have the RS-88, which is the Rula and Sanj blends. So I like the RS-88s. Those are good. I haven't had too many of the industry killers, to be honest. But in my opinion, the RS-88s are amazing. Yeah, I haven't had that one yet. The Charisma. Yeah, he makes good cigars, dude. He makes good cigars. He gets a lot of hate, but they're good cigars. For the price, it's good. Yeah, thank you for popping in, bro. I know you're a busy guy, so I appreciate the support. Go have fun, bro. Go have fun. Do your thing. Do your thing. On Instagram, Cigar Hound Dog. And shout out to everyone else on Instagram. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. I have surprisingly 4 people in there. There's usually 0. Everyone hops over to YouTube. So shout out. I see you guys. I don't want to call anybody out just in case they're not there anymore. So shout out to everyone who is in the Instagram. There you go. You see? Just like that. Everyone's going to YouTube now. There it is. There it is. There it is. Cigar Hound Dog. What's up, fool? Connoisseur Eric, let me go in order. What up, fool? What's up, Eric? All right, man. Here we are. Here we are. We're getting some traction. We're getting some the wheels moving now. How was that shitty fake, bruh? Okay. Brufu? Brufo. Reminds me of Bufo. Sabrumafu. Damn, dog. Sabrumafu. Beastie. Call me Sabrumafu, dog. Sabrumafu. I'll get on that right now. Hey, brother. Happy ritual. Just escaped from babysitting 2 days in a row. Love our nieces, but glad to have them full. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I was, bro. That's how I was. I used to be like, I love being an uncle, or just like, cool, you can have your kid back later. Not the case anymore. But I love being a dad, so. All right, here we go. So how was that shitty fake? Many of you don't know, or many of you do know, yesterday I smoked a fake Cuban. I knew it was fake. I knew it was fake, and I smoked the entire thing. Something in me was just very curious as a cigar smoker. I did it for science, you know. I did it so you don't have to. That's what I'm here for. And I'll give you a little bit of backstory on that cigar, how I got it, how it was presented to me. So that cigar was presented to me from a plumber at where I work. If you don't know, I am an apprentice electrician by trade. So 40 hours a week, I'm at a job site, and I work as a apprentice electrician by trade. Now, one of the plumbers came up to me randomly and was like, "Hey, man, you're the guy that smokes cigars, huh?" And I was like, yeah, I smoke cigars." He's just like, "Oh, cool, man. What's up? My name is Wooty Whoop. I sell some cigars, bro." I was like, "Oh, for real? That's cool, man. That's dope." He's like, "Yeah, man. This is what I got right now." And he pulls out his phone and shows me a picture of, by coincidence, a White Churchill and Key Dorsey's number 50s. So I thought that was so interesting. I was like, what are the chances that this guy randomly comes up to me? Obviously, somebody in my shop told him that I smoke cigars, and he shows me one of my favorite cigars that he has available. So I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. A White Churchill. Who would have thunk? What are the chances of that? So I asked him, I was just like, hey man, how much do you sell that White Churchill for? And he goes, oh, those are 15 a pop. And I was like, that's too cheap, bro. And he's just like, oh no, that's what they go for. It's like, those go for 40. But I said, to be honest, they go for 30, but I could pretty much get them for 40, you know? But those cigars go for around $30. They don't go for $15. So that was a huge red flag right away. Dímelo cantando, Sosa. The bitches love Sosa. How are you, brother? Welcome. Happy ritual. So that was already a red flag for me. And but I told him, you know what, bro? Bring me one tomorrow. This was Thursday. I told him, bring me one tomorrow. Whatever, I'll take a look at it, you know? I've had quite a few White Churchills. I've had my fair share, I would say. For someone who can not get them as readily available, but I'm lucky enough that I have some resources where I was able to try a few of those, and I've had quite a few of those. So I'm familiar with the taste. I'm familiar with the smell pretty much. So I said, yeah, fuck it. Bring me one. $15. Bring me one. You know what's going to happen. So he comes on Friday and he brings me a White Churchill. So he brings me a White Churchill. He gives it to me in a little, like one of these, you know, one of those. He brings it in one of those little Ziploc. I take it out and I start inspecting it. To the naked eye, it looks pretty decent. I'm saying, oh shit, it looks pretty freaking good. I smelled it. It smelled like a Cuban. I was like, smells like a Cuban. Um, Inspected it a little more, just real quick, because I didn't want to like really dissect it in front of him. I was just kind of like, all right, cool. You said 15? He's like, yeah, cool. Here you go. Here's $15. And I was on my way. So right when he left, I opened up. I took off the first band to see if it had that the ring gauge size and the little insignia where the band was manufactured at. I don't know why I always forget that word. Where the band was manufactured at. It'll have like an insignia of usually in I guess Switzerland, and it looks kind of like it's not a strawberry, but it looks kind of like a strawberry. And it had that. It said 54 and that little strawberry under it. So I was like, oh shit. I was very surprised to even see that. And I was like, oh, okay, this might be. Also, I was working, so I didn't want to take too much time, have my foreman see me. I was like, this might be a fucking legit one that somehow he got for cheap, you know? So I come home and I further inspect the bands, and I pull out a couple of the real ones, the real bands that I have. I keep all my bands that I smoke. I was from the cigars that I smoke, and I'm dragging this along. This is story time right now, right? He asked me how was that fake cigar. I'm dragging this out. It's story time, and then I inspect it, and that's when I was like, okay, this is 100% a fake. You can just tell from the it's pretty good, but there's some straight out outliers. The band under the secondary band, it's very a shiny gold. It's very shiny, and the original one has more of a muted color. Sal used that word. I like that word. It describes it very well. It's more like a muted gold. This one was very shiny. So that was one thing where I was like, okay, well, these are different. Strike one. Strike two, on that secondary band, it says Habana Cuba on the back. The originals have Habana with the black dot Cuba. This did not have the black dot, and that's strike two for me. I was like, all right, well, already I know it's a counterfeit. It had a triple. It had like it would look like a triple cap. It looked like a double cap, but if you really inspect it, it's like a 2.5 cap. So I was just like, I guess that passes as a triple cap, but we'll see. So I guess that's strike what 2.5 maybe. And then you further inspect the primary band, and you can see that the letters aren't exactly the same. They're the sizing is a little bit different. The spacing is a little bit different. It's just a little bit off. I would take them out and show you guys, but it's kind of hard to compare on this. Maybe after the cud, in like 30 minutes, I'll finish the cigar in the cud, and then I could show you guys the breakdown of what I found and how I knew it was fake. That might be fun, you know. So, um, so the letters were a little different, and the main thing that threw it off for me was the emblems on the side. There's like 3 emblems on each side of the primary band. It was just very choppy, and the original, the authentic Cuban, you can see those images very clear. So Strike three, you're out. And just to add insult to injury, I put the original bands over that cigar, and it didn't fit. It was the counterfeit ring gauge was smaller than the original 55 ring gauge, even though it says 54 on the primary. Oh, and here's another thing: on the secondary band, under it, if you flap it over, it'll also give you the ring gauge with the sign. The original has that. The authentic has it. The fake does not have that on the secondary band. So it's just a handful of things that are like, all right, this is obviously a counterfeit. So what did I do? I fucking smoked the entire thing for science. I was like, hey, let's try it out. This is a fake Cuban. There's going to be a lot of cigar snobs, connoisseurs, aficionados who might take a lot of pride in that. They're like, I'm not smoking a fake. I'm not one of those. There's something in me that was very curious about it. I kind of knew when he told me it was $15, like, this is a fake. I still bought it. Something in me was like, I'm curious. I found out that I confirmed that it was a counterfeit through my investigation. No AZ needed. You can clearly spot out this was a fake. Exactly, bro. For science, homie. For science, What up, Carpi? I mean, like, from my previous experiences, when I bought like $500 worth of fake Cubans, you would think like, oh, I didn't smoke any of those though. You would think that I would probably learn from that, but something in me was like, I want to try this fake White Churchill. Since I love that cigar so much, I want to try a counterfeit. I don't know why. Something in me was like, smoke it. And I did. And here is my experience on that cigar. Fuck, it's so much better. So here's my experience. Here's my review on the counterfeit Wide Churchill. Romeo Julieta Wide Churchill fake Cuban cigar. At Light Up, this is the first time it's ever happened to me. First time this has ever happened to me on a cigar. At Light Up, I'm toasting the cigar and two crackles. Spark from it. That has never fucking happened to me when I lit up a cigar ever. I have about a little over 2 years of smoking cigars. I've been exposed to very good cigars very fast in this community. Never have I sparked up a cigar and sparks have flown. That's never happened to me, bro. This happened. I was like, oh, what the fuck? From the smoke, you get an aroma of tobacco and a little bit of burnt hair. Just like a little oof off of the note from the smoke. And I was like, ooh, that's not a good sign. Whatever. We finished toasting it up. We take a draw. One just like that, Give it a good draw. Give it its fair shot. And I got notes of some nutty notes, a little bit of earth. The smoke texture was a little chalky. It wasn't like a silky smooth like the White Churchill was. It was more of a chalky, dry texture of the smoke, but it was nutty. It was earthy, and you got a little bit of like a vanilla cream note as well. And I was like, that's not that fucking bad, That's not that bad. And the first third remained that way the entire way through. It had decent notes. Now on the retro, it didn't give you any spice. It gave you no spice on the retro, not even a little bit. And the retro really had nothing to offer, which I thought was so strange. I was just like, this is one cigar. At the end of the day, it is a cigar that you're smoking. This is one cigar that I can honestly say did nothing on the retro. Kind of like that Gurkha, where it just had nothing to offer on a retro. that Year of the Dragon. Now, the first third was good. It was a good first third, I will say. I enjoyed the first third. Now, going into the second third, there was a change in notes, whereas the cedar, I also got hints of cedar on it. The cedar changed from the first third into more of not like a grassy hay, not grass, but it was like hay, but more of on a greener side of hay, not that like yellow dried out hay. Like it transitioned from cedar into like more of a hay, greenish hay, um, which was interesting to me. Where I was like, oh, this is things actually changing. Um, it's not just linear, which I thought was weird. I was like, this is interesting. Same notes. The vanilla cream just turned into vanilla. It wasn't really creamy anymore. It was just more of like a little vanilla note, some nuttiness. I would say maybe like a peanut, like a peanut, and then some earthiness. Not a lot of earth though, but it was there. It was an interesting blend. I was like, it's not a bad blend, and you had some transitions, which from third to third, which I thought was very interesting. Now, into the middle of the second third, I would take a draw. And on the draw, every time I would pull it, I'd get like this bitterness. It wouldn't linger, but on the pull, I'll get bitterness. I wasn't a fan of that, and I was like, "Ooh, this thing is taking a dip now." Uh, all good, JB. What up, bro? I'm literally breaking down the whole experience and my review on the fake Cuban right now. You missed a good part of it of how I got it, and um, I got it from a plumber. I'll recap real quick. I got it from a plumber at my job site. I found out it was fake when I got home, and I compared it to other bands that I have. I lit it up. It started sparking. I got two sparks, crack, crack. When I toasted it, started smoking it, and the first third was a very decent first third. Notes were cedar, nuttiness, um, earth, and vanilla cream. First third. I was like, holy shit. Okay, great. That's right, Sal. What up, Sal? This is the only plumber we'll ever trust. Can't trust those fuckers. Now, on the second third, I pretty much caught you up already. That took me 33 minutes to explain when I just did it in like 30 seconds. Now, second third, middle of the second third, I started getting some bitterness on the pull. Didn't linger. The cedar note transitioned into more of a grassy hay, and the notes, no more vanilla cream, but just the vanilla, not a creaminess, just vanilla, earthiness, grassy hay, and nuttiness. Second third with some bitterness on the pull. Now, starting the final third, some cigars, this used to happen to me pretty frequently. Where around the band area, which is pretty much the start of, to me, depends on the cigar size. Around the start of this is like, to me, the start of the final third. So around that area, around the band, a lot of cigars tend to get really, really hard, and you have to kind of retouch it up to kind of get it going again. But a lot of the times, if I'm not enjoying the cigar and it starts to go out around the band, I'm done with it. Most of the time. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm done with it, I have no good examples here because I pretty much nubbed. This is, I guess, kind of nubbed, so it's just like, I don't have really good examples of that here. This is still further than the band. So that happened to this cigar where around the band, it's just kind of started turning off on me. But just for science, I relit it and I finished it. Now, on the final third, so first third was good. Second third took a little dip because of the bitterness, but some some transitions, and now the final third, still bitterness from the pull, and every other note was pretty much muted. It was there, but it was very muted. And the wide Churchill does not have that effect. I've smoked a good amount. I'd say more than a handful of white Churchills now, and every time that cigar is a fucking crescendo, where the cigar starts off good. Second third is great. The final third is this harmonious climax, is how I like to describe that cigar. It's this harmonious climax on the final third that is just like every time it's like fucking A, man. It's so fucking good. This cigar was not that. First third was good. Second third took a little dip. Final third took another dip. And that's not what the white Churchill does. So I knew for sure. I already knew it was fake, but this was my experience with the cigar. Now, the first third I say was a B tier. The second third was still a B, just a little dip. And the final third I say was a B minus. I should give this cigar with Peter's rating a C tier. A C tier. But now, based off of the experience I had with it, there was something that I thought was very cool about this experience. I just thought it was kind of cool. So I kept it at a B minus, which it's a B tier for me. That cigar was a B tier. Realistically speaking, it probably shouldn't have gotten a C, but just the whole experience. I was in the cut with some homies. It was kind of fun. It was fun to do, bro. So I was just like, yeah, this is a B tier cigar, you know? Just based off of the whole experience, what I paid for it is a $15 cigar. It was a B tier cigar for me. More on the B minus side, C plus. I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. I shouldn't, but it was a cool experience for me, so I'm going B tier. And yeah, man, that's my review on the fake wide Churchill Cuban, the fake Cuban. I've smoked the fake Cuban. Some of you will disown me. But what did you expect? You have been sucking on it for about 30 to 45. It's not that hard. I would be worried. What are you referring to? If it's not hard, I wouldn't be worried. Oh, you're saying for when it gets hard? You're saying when it gets hard around the band. You're saying, what do you expect? You've been sucking on it for about 30 to 45 minutes. If it's not hard, I'm so sorry, dude. That's a joke that you're saying. Yeah, my bad, doggy. My bad, Nick. I went over my head, dude. My bad. I didn't give that any credit that it deserves, but I got it now. And yeah, my bad, dude. I totally butchered that for you. Sal, you are smoking a rare Cohiba Diplomatic cigar now. Yeah. I thought, Sal, after that experience and what I put myself through, the only way to redeem myself and have some respect, rebuild respect for myself, is to smoke the best fucking cigar that I have in there. So here we are. We are building respect back, self-respect. That's what we're taking back, self-respect with this. After last night, this is the only necessary, the only thing that will be necessary to smoke after that. Just to kind of reset, get the ball rolling again, self-respect, the whole jive, you know? Okay. Yeah. Non-Cuban B tier equals a C minus. And honestly, yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I'm giving it a B tier. I'm being nice. I'm a nice guy, dude. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good person. And I gave it a B just because I was hanging out with fucking Sal and some West Coast homies, you know? So it's just like, it was a fun experience, dude. So overall, for me, it was a B tier experience. Being very nice. But logically, all feelings aside, this is a very accurate assessment. A non-Cuban B tier equals a C minus. So, yeah. That's a cool experience, JB says, and a science experiment. Chilling with good company raises that smoking experience. 100%. I 100% agree with that. And I feel like that's why I gave it a B. But logically speaking, yeah, it's non-Cuban B tier is a C minus. This brought me back to. I just thought about it. This brought me back to the cocaine days, the cocaine and the whiskey. That'll do it, man. That'll do it. Yeah, man. That was a cool experience. It was a fun experience. It was pretty cool. Um, if you guys want to get deeper into it, then after I could go to the in the cut. I will go in the cut after and finish this. We're at 40 minutes. I'll go 20 more minutes live, and then I will finish the rest of this fucking honker of a cigar. It's a big cigar. Um, I'll do the rest of it in the cut, and then I can bring out the bands, and we can all look at them together and learn from it. So just what to look out for, my experience, how I knew, stuff like that. I don't want to do it here because I don't know. It's gonna be hard to kind of focus on here. Or in the cut, I could just use my phone and show you guys examples. But yeah, man, that was my experience. So here we are. I had a couple topics before I started, and I should have wrote them down, guys. I should have wrote them down because that was a big topic of what I wanted to touch up on for the ritual. I was like, oh, great. Once more people get in, somebody will ask how was it? I'll break it down, and that'll be a topic. And I had another topic, but for the life of me, I can't remember what that topic was. So I am sorry. I'm fucking out of things to talk about for now. Yeah, so far I've had a great weekend. Hope everyone's weekend is going great. My weekends have been very busy. Taking my daughter from yesterday, we took her to ballet. Um, my homie Kevin, one of my day ones, opened up a kickboxing gym. He partnered with somebody and opened up a kickboxing, their very own kickboxing gym. It's a fight academy, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. It's fighting and in Canoga Park in the Valley. So I'm very proud of him. He's probably not seeing this right now, but Kevin, congratulations. I would congratulate you in person. I'm very proud of you and this journey that you're going to embark on. He's the head coach, a great coach. I'm going to sign up soon to that gym and start training again. They played a cool set there with this band, Grave Secrets. They're going to play Warped Tour soon. So it's a lot of cool things are happening for the people around me and myself, me with this opportunity that I got in this career, my day job. It's a career. I say day job, but it's working toward a career. So a lot of cool things are happening. So this is to celebrate the good things in life and just to be grateful, just to be grateful for where we're at right now. We're going to do a little relight on this. It's getting a little hard. I've been yapping it up, so let's give it a little touch up. Oh, no, this thing's completely out now. Damn it, it's completely out. There we go. We got some. We got some action. Hey, please excuse me while I relight this. I just wanted to give my homie his flowers. He's been training martial arts since he was 8 years old. To now come full circle and be the one that is passing that on to the younger generation. Most definitely, man. Thank you, JB. It is really cool to see that, and we're in our 30s now, so it's like, all right, cool. We're all had our fun in our 20s, and now we're transitioning into maturing and what we're gonna do. And what he's doing is really cool because he said something yesterday at the grand opening. There was food, music, demonstrations. He has a cool little fight team there. A lot of young kids. I think the youngest competitor is 8 years old. So it's just like teens winning belts and stuff like that. So what he said though was that martial arts has really taught him to push through in life. To not give up. That's why he says when you get in the ring, it's a good lesson in that. And that's what he wants to pass on to others, where you take martial arts and you apply those principles and the teachings of martial arts into your everyday life. So I thought that was really cool, and that he's actually giving that to the younger generation as well, and building, I guess, model citizens in a way, um, building fighters at a young age, not only physically but also mentally, mentally building mentally strong youth, which I think is a great fucking thing that you can give if you have that gift. To be able to give that to the young generation, to me, is priceless. So I think what he's doing is really fucking cool. So yeah, and I was there with my daughter, with my girl. I like their music. It's like some emo punk, pop punk. It's pop punk music, so I really enjoy it. I'm there with my daughter. That's like the first time she's ever seen a live band, and and it's my homies, the band I used to play in. So it's like I'm just there, just singing the songs, having a great fucking time. It was a nice moment, man. It was really cool. Yeah, man. The ritual, man. What can I say about the ritual? It started off for me as something that I can reflect on my week and kind of use this as a tool to kind of become a better person and reflect. It hasn't been that lately. It has not been that lately, and I'm aware of it. I used to preach a lot of things like waking up early and dieting and doing all these things that are hard in order to create a better version of yourself. And I haven't been preaching that because I have not been practicing that. So, and I get down on myself for that, a lot of that too, where I'm like, fuck, where I feel kind of fake, like an imposter syndrome when I do the ritual, knowing that I'm not touching up on the purpose of why I started the ritual. I do have this imposter syndrome that sets in with it. And then it does cause for maybe not the most entertaining live stream, you know? Um, but I am aware of it. I am aware of that. And it's just me in this transition of working so much and, being a father, where I'm trying to balance everything out. And I've transitioned a little bit into where I'm not working out and I'm not dieting as I should be, as I used to preach. But I'm dedicating most of my energy into working hard and making sure that my daughter benefits from me being away. Or when I'm do have the time, aside from the ritual, I'm spending time with her, and I'm making sure that her, not only her, but also my woman and myself, that we're all having fun and creating great memories with each other. Um, it's not always like that. It's not always like that. I have my days where I'm sometimes just not happy. Um, call it what you want. Could be depression, could be anxiety. I don't know. It was just some days that just I have bad. Everyone has bad days. But I'm aware that I kind of earn those bad days by not doing the things, earning that good feeling. So I'm aware of that. So it's just like, this is me kind of checking myself and trying to steer back into getting into that lifestyle, that mindset, you know? Because that's what the ritual was started for. So kind of my journey into this is like a self-help tool for me. A lot of it started turning into, I noticed that it started turning into kind of like therapy for me, but I didn't want to treat this like therapy because that's not fun for you guys either, you know? Where I'm very transparent on here, and I will remain to be transparent. That's just who I am, who I've become. I'm an open book, you know? I don't really hold anything back, but a lot of the times it's, for others, it's kind of off-putting, and I get it, you know, because you guys don't need to fucking hear. I don't need to put my shit on you guys, you know. You guys don't need to hear that. Sometimes some people don't want to hear that. It's like, dude, why are you putting that on us? Why are you putting your traumas on live for us to fucking know about it, you know? And that's not what I wanted, because I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. That's the last thing. I wasn't looking for sympathy. This was just a tool for me to kind of reflect on those things and try to break away from the trauma by talking about it, so that I kind of normalize it for myself and have it in front of me and face it. But there's therapy for that. So I didn't want to treat this. I don't want you guys to be my therapist. So I kind of like steered away from that, because most people were like, I would hear things like, oh, Enzo has a ritual. It's really cool where he talks about his problems. And I'm just like, I didn't want that to come off that way, you know, because that's not how I want to seem. So I kind of steered away from like doing that, but in that I also steered away from the actions that I needed to put in to remain on that journey. It's kind of like that. It reminds me of that song Hellboy from Lil Peep in the intro. It's like this woman. It's obviously Hellboy is a comic, and there's like a sample that says, like, oh, can this be him? Like, Hellboy, it's like, how strange. He's so far from his path that you could barely tell the promise of glory. And that's what I kind of felt, you know, where it's just like, damn, that's crazy how that line would resonate with me. Where it's just like, I'm so far from my path, and what, like, in my head, I'm like where I want to be, physically, mentally. That's like, you can barely see the promise of glory. And then so it's just like, damn, that's crazy to me how that line really resonated with me, because I wasn't doing those things anymore. So this is kind of just like a check for myself, just and it's a good thing, you know. It's not a good thing. I'm not putting myself down. It's just like an awareness, acknowledge. Let's try to get back into the rhythm, you know. No need to apologize. You're prioritizing your family first. Respect. Things will get back in flow. And I honestly believe that, bro. I honestly believe that. I just really want to make sure that my number one priority is to just remain, to continue to create great memories for my daughter and my family. Not just my daughter, but my family. To just continue to create great, beautiful memories from here on out, you know. I want to break the freaking generational traumas, but I got to do that myself on my time and not put it on anyone else. And also while creating good memories. So, but this thing so far is great, man. I'm really enjoying this cigar too. And thank you everybody for who's in here, man. Thank you everyone who rocks with me, dude. I appreciate it. You know, like, you could be doing anything else on a Sunday, you know, but you're over here just listening to me ramble, smoke a cigar, hanging out with me. So, I mean, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your guys' time. It does mean a lot to me to see however amount of people are in here. It doesn't matter if it's one person. I'm very grateful for that. Even if that one person is my girlfriend, you know, I'm grateful for that, man. it's very humbling. You know, it's like I I've always seen that it's just like, oh, like this is what support looks like. You know, these are the people who support you. If you grow big and you have a lot of followers and stuff like that, I mean, that's great. You know, congratulations. But these are the people who are actually supporting you. And on that, I will say all my hats are finished. I finished all the hats got done. I have all the ritual hats now. I have them all. They're all done. The next step is to create the merch. There's hoodies and shirts that I'm going to make. It's been taking me a while because I have not prioritized that, but it will get done. And once those are done, I will start to send stuff out. I will start to send stuff out. You know, the clothes are gonna go out to. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, bro. It means a lot to me. It really does. So I'm gonna make some hoodies. It's gonna be good quality hoodies, and I'm gonna make some shirts. And all those shirts, and the cutoff is now. That's it. The cutoff is now. All those shirts and hoodies are gonna go to people who have given me bombs. That's my way of giving back to them. Even if I bomb them, they're still gonna get a hoodie and a shirt, along with a hat. Now, I don't want people to start sending me bombs and I have to send them more shit. You know, like, oh great, add them to the list. The cutoff is now. If you have sent me a bomb from you, you know, like here's from me to you. Here's a bomb that I created for you. You're gonna get that. You know, I have a list already. Now, the remainder of the hats I will give away for free. Nothing, just a giveaway. I'm not going to do like a random giveaway of like a creative giveaway of, oh, this is, do this, this, and that to enter the giveaway. Nope. I'm going to do first come, first serve. Hit me up in my DMs. It could be in the Discord or it could be on Instagram. Hit me up in my DMs. First come, first serve gets a hat. And that's it. There's not going to be many hats left. Whoever's here and continue to support, even if you're a new person, a new supporter, it's just you're here at the right time. You're going to get a hat of your choice, of whatever's left, you know? So that's the way I'm going to give back to this community through the ritual. Is there's some pretty cool merch. Carpe, you're probably not going to want any hats because they're snapbacks. So it is what it is. They're snapbacks. I know you don't like snapbacks, so you're probably not going to want one. Understood. No hard feelings. But for anyone else who does enjoy a snapback or a trucker, then a trucker snapback, then just DM me when I announce on the ritual, hey, hats are live, and you get a hat. It's going to be that simple. Realistically speaking, it's probably going to be around summer where all that's going to be ready. So just being very transparent, it'll probably be ready by summer. Who's going to need fucking heavyweight hoodies in summer? Nobody. But that's the way things are going to work out. You'll save it for winter, brother. All right. So now there is 2 minutes left, 1 minute left for the hour. I'm all out of topics. It happens. So I'm going to end the live now. And I will smoke the rest of this in the Cigars on Bandit Discord. So feel free to join me. If not, I understand. No hard feelings. If you see me there all alone, don't feel bad. It's all good. I have great company. So see you in the CUD, or I'll see you on the next ritual. All right, everybody? Have a great Sunday, and I love you guys. Peace.